He said, Sunday morning, a talk on fitness. Are you sure what you're getting into? I said, yes. I would have the same doubt maybe 2 years before, but not today. A sweeping revolution is taking over Chennai. Everybody wants to get into fitness, one activity or the other. Get out of your house in the morning, you see thousands of people out there, running, walking, cycling, going for a swim, one workout or the other. The buzzword now is fitness. So everybody wants to be part of this. And we, the Chennai runners, are very proud. We could even boast that we were the pioneers in ushering in this revolution in Chennai, with some good support from our other fellow running groups and our friends from CTC. They all played a very big role in this. Good to see this nice change happening. And getting this event organized in Chennai today is a very big problem. Every time you organize an event or a session like this, we as organizers expect to face some problems and we are ready for that. But this time, organizing this session and the previous session in September was a totally different, unique challenge we faced. We could not get one Sunday which was free of an event in the last 6 weeks. The whole of September was one event or the other happening. Each event unique in its own way and well supported by the running fraternity. We had only one Sunday free in September, and in October, it's just this Sunday which is free. Last week was Coimbatore, next week is Bangalore, the last week of October is again the Diwali weekend. So we had to grab wherever possible, whichever Sunday is possible. It's a nice thing, problem of plenty, and we all glad we are living these times. And thank you all for coming today, and a big welcome to you all again. I'd like to welcome Dr. Kannan Pugazhendi. And the team from Spark are going to be a big support to us today. I wanted to actually introduce Dr. Kannan Pugazhendi, but it's a 16 GB pen drive I will have to read out. So, since we are already running out of time, Dr. Kannan Pugazhendi, as you all know, is sports director of Spark, and he'll be leading us through the session today.
Good morning. Already breakfast has settled down, I have gone to sleep. As Sendil said, I am so happy to see a large number for the sake of listening to some fitness. It has not happened so long and it is changing. It's much, much better. And I feel that the whole auditorium can be full, not because it's me. Please don't take that. That's for fitness, there are people ready to listen to. I mean, they want more information, more guidance, more support. And that's a fantastic information, news to all of us, because that means there is a transformation, not just an information, a transformation within the people and the way they look at life. That means there's a permanent lifestyle change that is happening in the behavioral change that we are going to make. Okay? I'm sorry that some of you who can't see the slide, if you're able to see the picture, still fine. So last time I said we discussed what we need to talk. I said strength training for marathon. I'll try to keep my talk shorter so that discussions can be more, because people want to ask some questions that may be not within the topic, so that still we can discuss that. Fine? So the idea of putting this picture, if somebody has to stand on a moving object, moving animal, it's going to be difficult. It requires a lot of core strength, it requires a lot of strength. So I said that's why I put this slide. And next slide please. So when do we begin? So all of us have gone through this phase. That means for us to even extend our neck, that is say, we ask whether the head is stable. For that it takes nearly 6 months time for the head to stand. That's the starting of the extensor muscles becoming strong. So strength is required even for that. So we are learning to do strength training from that time. But unfortunately you forget about it and leave it for, it is taken for granted. Okay? So strength is defined as the capacity of the muscle to exert maximum force. We're able to exert a force, we require strength. Okay? And we require strength for doing most of the things that we do, even to sit and get up. As we become old, we say, sir, I'm not able to sit. And once I sit, I'm not able to get up. So I don't want to sit at all, or I try to keep moving. Then moving is a problem. Next slide, please. Development of strength is an essential component for the muscle to achieve two components in anything that we do in life: effectiveness, efficiency. Effectiveness, from here, I moved to that point. But efficiency is minimal effort, maximum result. So you reach from point A to point B, that is effectiveness. But it's still not efficient. You have gone from one point to the other, but the effort should be minimal. So within the body, we should not be requiring a lot of effort to accomplish something that we want to do. So we feel is natural. And we find somebody who's older than you is able to achieve, somebody who's younger than you is able to achieve, then why not you? So effectiveness is able to accomplish something. Efficiency is using the minimal effort, maximum result. Next slide, please. We are a unique animal in the planet, on the planet, because we walk on two. All the animals walk on four. We started with four, but as early as possible nowadays you see the children, they're watching somebody running. Why the hell I'm not able to run here? This one is running around. So they all immediately want to get down and do something. But we are not able to do, because the bipedal posture requires effort to bring your spine upright and fight against gravity. And as we grow older, again we lose to gravity and keep going down. So we won a war and then we are losing the war again. So it requires a lot of effort from our end to maintain the spine to be in a neutral position. Okay, which is a muscular effort rather than bone and joints trying to achieve it. This muscular effort is possible even when you are 100 years old. Okay, if you have seen the clippings of Fauja Singh, 102, he ran a marathon, I think, last October. So if that is possible, anyone asks me, am I old? I say, that man is ancient priest, he is able to run, why not you? Okay. So bipedal posture, because of the bipedal posture, we are at a disadvantage. So we need to strengthen our muscles more than the quadrupeds who are walking on four, who may be able to run like a cheetah or a deer or anything that is so efficient. We are not so efficient because already we lost the mechanical advantage of being on four and we are being on two. You understand? Next slide, please. These are the core muscles. So many times everyone has core muscles, core muscles, core muscles. What is this core muscle? Everyone is talking about core muscle. And even in when I was training in 1996 Atlanta Olympics for the hockey team, Indian hockey team, working with them, I didn't use the term core training. That means even in 96, it was not a term that has come to our normal colloquial usage, though it was there being used in certain parts of the world. Core muscles are enveloping the thorax, this region, and the abdomen, and extends to arm and the leg. So it does extend there also. And these muscles act as stabilizers. They stabilize. If they don't stabilize, mobility is not possible. You have to stabilize it for mobilization. Father has to pay the fee for the son to go to school. If he doesn't give the stability, son cannot go to school. That mobility is brought about by the stabilizers. So we need to work on the stabilizers. And stabilizer muscles are not fast twitch. They are slow twitch. That is continuously in a tonic contraction. The training for them is different. The training for the fast twitch is different. There are two types of muscles: fast twitch, slow twitch. Slow twitch is type 1, fast twitch is type 2. The second one is always fast. Because learning, so it's easy to remember. Type 1 is slow, type 2 is fast. So the stabilizer muscles group belong to the type 1. The mobilizer muscles usually belong to type 2, but when we are running long distance, we are using the type 1 fibers. Okay, but postural stability comes from type 1. So to hold them, you should not do dynamic exercises. You must hold that position and train the muscles that way. So this is the core. If all of you are able to see, we are able to see this is the diaphragm. When we breathe, we are using the diaphragm. This is the pelvic floor. This is the transverse abdominis. The lines that go this way is the transverse abdominis. And there are muscles in the back of the spine called as multifidus. This is the inner core group, literally. So these muscles, we take it for granted they are existing and they function on their own because I have given food and I have given sleep. There has no maintenance done for them. Okay. So stabilizing the spine for, these are the basic movements that we all of us do: sitting, standing, walking, running, jumping, throwing, pushing, pulling. So even when we run, it's a push. You push the floor and move to the next one. Actually, if you classify, most of them are pushing and pulling. Either you pull something or push something. You get the point? These are two major movements that we do. And for all that, we require muscles. Inner ring of the core. This is the inner ring, as I already told you. This is the multifidus at the back. This is the pelvic floor. And this is the transverse abdominis and the diaphragm. The diaphragm looks like a parachute. You understand? But the center of the parachute goes to the spine, not to the center. The center of the parachute, in this case, goes to the back of your body. That's the spinal region and attached to it. Okay? So that belongs to the inner core. Next slide, please. The external core is what that extends itself to the upper limb and lower limb. And you are able to see it on the inner side of the thigh that it goes as the adductor muscle groups. We have the oblique muscles, external oblique, internal oblique. And we have the latissimus dorsi and glutes. The bottom group of muscles and the muscle that we use it for breaking is from swinging from one to the branch to the other as apes as we used it. That's how we got the bipedal posture itself. The core muscles act like a Swiss ball. If you see carefully, the abdomen itself is like a fluid-filled sac. There's a lot of fluid. And that means when you press on one side, it will equally distribute the force to every side. Whereas lung is a pneumatic ball. It is air-filled ball. Whereas this is a fluid-filled ball. And we'll listen to all Pascal's law. You remember we all studied physics some time back. Some Pascal, they used to say, not a rascal, but a Pascal, who told us that whenever you apply pressure on a fluid, it evenly distributes in all directions. That is the Pascal's law. So the abdomen is below your ribs, above your pelvis. That's the abdominal region. We say stomach. Stomach is an organ, but abdomen is a region. Okay? So we have 3 layers in the abdomen, which the muscles, which we say external.